Hey you, welcome to Chrysalis Chats. My name is Tanya, and this is where we talk about all things holistic wellness and radical environmental education, what you don't get taught in school. This week's theme is essential oils, and today's topic is aromatherapy, using oils to help you engage with different states of emotional reality. Okay, so this is something really, really cool that I'm actually really passionate about, and I'm just so excited to tell you about today. Okay, so aromatherapy is, the use of scents to help you kind of just get into a different mood or a different state of mind, whatever you want to call it, okay? But for me, aromatherapy is a really powerful tool. And before I go into some different oils that you can use to help you move into a different state of consciousness or mood or thought, as it may be, I wanted to introduce to you an air diffuser. So this is an essential oil air diffuser, and basically, it just opens up like that. You put in water in there and some essential oils, whatever you want to put in there, and you can diffuse it throughout your space. And it's really helpful just for getting you, some fresh air. And that's kind of the other thing I wanted to talk about as a part of aromatherapy today, is just how it can really impact the sense of air that you're in, okay? Because, depending on where you're at, it could be home, maybe you have pets, or maybe it's at your office and you have like coworkers and they're doing their thing and they eat whatever they eat, and maybe that's not what you eat and you don't want to smell it like that, right? For lack of better way of putting it. You can use an air diffuser, and I'm pretty certain, I can almost say I guarantee they're not going to be upset if you use that, okay? Maybe they will be, but oftentimes if you just kind of explain it to people and show them that this is a cool new tool that you can use to purify or to, just perfume your air, a lot of times people are into it. So in the next video, we'll talk about cleaning with essential oils and specifically purification. But for now, aromatherapy. So one of the ways that I like to use aromatherapy and essential oils beyond just an air diffuser is actually with my perfume. So I love scent. I love just good natural smell. And I think a lot of us do, right? But with that said, a lot of perfumes on the market have very toxic additives to them, okay? And they actually have in them these chemicals that provide your body with a response that is not desirable, okay? And they're called endocrine disruptors. So an endocrine disruptor is something that's gonna mess with your whole lymph cycle. So in your armpit, right, you have like lymph nodes, for example, and those lymph nodes are part of your bodily purification. But when you're putting all these different toxins on your skin, or like spraying your body with like Axe or like whatever you're using to make yourself smell good, and those things have toxic substances in them, you're addressing it into your skin, because your skin is like a sponge. It soaks up whatever you put on it, okay? And the endocrine disruptors, when they mess with your lymph nodes and your lymphatic system, which is a cleansing, purifying system in your body, it actually prevents your body from detoxing, from releasing the toxins, from sweating out what it needs to sweat out and release, okay? However, I have some good news, as always. When I bring you bad news, I'll bring you good news. So the good news here is that you can use essential oils. And this is one of my absolutely favorite essential oils for scent, okay? So this is rose, as you can see. Oh, it smells so good. And in a roller format, you can just roll them on like this on your wrist and then rub your wrist together. I like to put some just kind of like all over, and that's how I like perfume myself for the day. I use like a rose, and then I might use like a sandalwood or a patchouli or a wild orange, and I make combinations. It's a lot of fun. You can do that. You can just like see what smells good together and like get creative with it, because that's part of the fun of this whole thing, is being really creative about your scent. And the cool thing too, I'll tell you that people, I get stopped all the time. I'll be in public, I'll be like at work, and people are like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, it's essential oils. I like make my own little blend or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, that smells so good. And they just like go really into it, and they're like, I never would have thought that was essential oil. It smells like a fancy perfume. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? These are the benefits. And I just tell them all about aromatherapy and how, essential oils being so natural and pure, they're actually just healing you throughout the day. Even they're healing the people who smell them through aromatherapy, right? And they just aren't interfering with your bodily system. So it's really like a win-win-win. There's no loss involved, right? So that's something I'm very passionate about. But let's say on a practical level, maybe you're less concerned about perfume and like how to use a bodily, earth-friendly perfume, and you want to focus more on changing your state of mind. So around the holidays, for example, maybe you have depression, or maybe just every day with this crazy society we're living in, you're feeling a little lower and you want to elevate yourself, right? You can use citruses. Citruses are so psychologically, right, powerful to help you kind of just elevate your sense of soul and spirit and self. I mean, lemon, okay? Lemon's awesome. Lemon, wild orange, okay? Grapefruit, all these different citruses, just really bright stuff that you can put in a diffuser, or you can just smell the oil just by itself, and it really does help. I mean, I've had this experience myself on countless occasions. I use cinnamon in my air diffuser. I love it. Cinnamon bark is really powerful too, and just diffuse it. It smells like, awesome. It smells like you're cooking some like really yummy cookie in the oven, or you're just like, just smelling some awesome, I don't know, like Santa's factory of like all the yummy deliciousness that comes out around then. I don't know, but whatever you like, okay? Maybe you don't like that stuff, that's cool, but whatever you like, you can make it smell like that in your home, in your office, wherever you're at, and just change your state of consciousness accordingly. And you could do research on this. Feel free to ask me in the comments if you want specific recommendations. I'm happy to provide them, but the internet is an awesome resource, okay? So this video is getting a little long. I am about to end it, but I wanted to say before you go, don't go, check out my website, chrysalisandcocoon.com. I am launching it. It is fairly new at the time I'm recording this video. And, I just wanted to thank you for being here. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe and like, and put a comment down below. Let me know what inspired you about it, how you're using essential oils in your life right now, how you're encouraging others to use them. I would appreciate hearing about it. And I just wanted to give you a big shout out, because whether you're a little caterpillar or a full-fledged butterfly, you're part of the collective transformation, because you're going through your metamorphosis and dealing with your stuff and coming out an improved version from your previous self. And for that, my friend, you are awesome, okay? And I appreciate you for that. So thank you. You have a great rest of your day.